Hello, everyone. A very good evening to all of you. Welcome back once again. Am I clearly visible and audible to all of you? Kriti, Lalita, Vanjanathan, Utkarsh, thank you, all of you. Good evening, Muskan, Prerna, Rani, Aarti, Sakshi, good evening, all of you. Nagaraju, Somu, Muni, Priyadarshini, good evening, everyone. Nancy, Girish, Dhanush, Aarti. I'm sorry I may skip some of the names. So, friends, a very good evening and welcome back once again in our next lecture of Quantitative Ability 2 for all the students who are preparing for CSAT 2024. Now, I'll wait for a few more seconds. I'll let all of you settle down and then we will start with today's lecture. I hope all of you are in good health. All of you are studying properly for this examination. Ritika, Edward, good evening. Menam, Sneha, Yug Singh. Shiva, good evening, everyone. Manasa, good evening. Hi, Sneha, good evening. All right. Yes, Komal, I'm doing good. Thank you very much. So, friends, this is our second lecture of quantitative ability. Now, previously, we have finished the first two topics, number systems, the classification of number system, and some of the questions based on that. And then in continuation, we have finished divisibility rules and some questions. Okay. Now, towards the end of this lecture, lecture number one, we started with LCM HCF, and I have taught you the basics of LCM HCF. Okay. Now, today we'll start with solving some of the questions of LCM HCF. After that, we'll be starting with ratio proportions, then averages, then mixtures and allegations. So these are the three topics. This will be our focus for the day. Okay. No. Before that, like LCM HCF se pehle, we'll be taking on cyclicity as well. Okay. So we'll be taking on this chapter of cyclicity. So these are the things that we are going to cover up in today's lecture. All right. Okay. All right, so let's begin with this. So first of all, let us solve some questions based on LCM HCF. Ankush is asking, sir, how many lectures do we have in total? So in total, Ankush, there will be six. There are six lectures. One lecture is already finished, and this is our second lecture out of total six lectures. Sharmila, you are saying my voice is not clear. Guys, can you please confirm if my voice is clear or not? So, Sharmila, it is clear with other students. All of the other students are confirming that it is very clear. So, please check your internet connection or whatever classes you have with you. So, how many classes you have with me? In total, six. Like I told you, there will be six lectures in total. First lecture is already over. This is our second lecture. Okay. Madam, I don't know your schedule after the QA. Okay, so for that you'll have to connect with the person through which you have taken admission, who is the counselor. Okay, so I'm not sure about what will be your schedule after the QA is over. All right, chaliye. Now all of you, please focus on today's lecture now. Okay, right? So we'll continue with LCM HCF, right? Now we have already covered with the basics of LCM and HCF, and towards the end, I have also taught you what is co-prime numbers. Okay, so let's look at the first question based on LCM HCF. Find out the LCM of the given three numbers. Now, if you are given options, then the things will become very easy for you. Find out LCM of these three numbers. Lakshay, I'll try to do that. Okay, so please give me some time if I'm able to get in touch. So since I'm already in the lecture, so I'll not be able to connect them right now. but I'll talk to them and probably will confirm you the same thing by tomorrow. Okay. All right, the LCM of these three numbers. So least common multiple. So first of all, the number has to be the multiple of all the three numbers. Okay, in तीनों का multiple होना चाहिए. Now 20 is not the multiple of 15. I can eliminate 20. Second option, 30 is not a multiple of 20. 30 is not a multiple of 20, so 30 will be eliminated. 100 is not a multiple of 15. 100 is not a multiple of 15. 100 will also be eliminated. So 60 is the only number among the options that is a multiple of 10, 15, and 20. So 60 will be the correct answer of this question. Simple as that. So if the number are small, then you can check, you can find the LCM in this manner. Let's have a look at if the numbers are slightly bigger. So find the LCM of these four numbers. So now you are given four numbers, find the LCM. Now what you can do is you can use the method that I have taught you in the lecture. Now the numbers are, there are four numbers, the numbers are big and the options are also big. So it will be better if you will use a proper method of finding LCM. So take your time. All right. Pihu and Vanjanathan, two answers. Okay. Lalita has also given an answer. Pooja has also given an answer. Usna, lovely, lovely, good, very good people. So the method that I have taught you in the last lecture. So first of all, we'll do the prime factorization of these numbers. 18 can be written as 2 multiply 3 square. 28 can be written as 2 square multiplied by 7 raised to the power 1. 108 can be written as 2 square 5427 multiplied by 3 cube, and 105 can be written as 3 multiply 5 multiply 7. So this is the prime factorization of these numbers. So LCM of these numbers, LCM, how do we calculate? We will write all the bases. Okay? So we'll write all bases 2, 3, 5 and 7. Now we write all bases with lowest or highest powers. Which powers will I write? Lowest powers or highest powers? All right, good. So some of you, yes, most of you are correct. So highest powers, no puja, will not write them with the lowest, but highest powers. We'll write them with highest powers. Okay, so highest power of 2, if I'll check all of them, will be 2. Highest power of 3 is 3. Highest power of 5 is 1. And highest power of 7 is also 1. Okay. So you can simplify this and you will get the LCM of these four numbers. After multiplication, you will get the answer as 3780. 2 square into 3 cube into 5 into 7 is the LCM of these four numbers. Okay, so 3780. Answer, correct answer, that is given by almost all of you. All right, now next question, question number 3. Now this is how the questions will be asked to you in the examination. Okay, they will not directly give you a problem of finding LCM or HCF. Okay, so they will ask about the concept in the indirect manner. Okay, fine. Let's have a look at this. Now, three traffic signal lights are separated on three separate roads. Change after 148 seconds. So first will change after every 48 seconds. Okay. So the first light will change after every 48 seconds. So it will change after 48 seconds, and then 48 multiplied by 2, 96. Then 48 multiplied by 3, 144. Then 192, and so on. It will keep on changing at the multiples of 48 seconds. ठीक है? Simple. Now about second light, it will change after every 72 seconds. So it will change after 72. Then the multiples of 72, 144, 216, and so on. The third light will change after every 108 seconds. So 108, 216, 324, and so on. All right. So now I can say that the first light will change after every multiples of 48 seconds. Second will change after every multiple of 72 seconds. And third after every multiple of 108 seconds. Now I have to find out at what time these will change together. Okay. Now, nobody will tell you that you will have to find HCF or you will have to find out LCM. You will have to catch the concept. Okay. Now, what are these numbers? These are the multiples of 48. These are the multiples of 72. These are the multiples of 108. Okay. These are the multiples, right? So I'm looking at the multiples of these numbers, and I have to find out the common time after which all three of them will change. That means I'm looking for a common multiple. Common multiple. Fine. Now I have to find out earliest. सबसे जल्दी कब change होंगे ये? So that means I have to find out the least common multiple. So calculate LCM of these three numbers. Okay, so what is the LCM of these three numbers? Anyone? What is the LCM of these three numbers? Absolutely. So now you all know how to find out the LCM. So carefully calculate the LCM of these numbers. So least common multiple of these numbers will come out to be 432. I have already explained you the method that will be used. Will it be 432? Yes or no? Okay. All right. So 432 will be the LCM. Now 432 seconds will be the time after which all three of them will change. Okay, fine. Am I clear? Now 432 seconds, if I convert it in terms of minutes, so it will come out to be 7 minutes and 12 seconds. Very good. 7 minutes and 12 seconds. After what time? After 8:20. So 8:20 just adds 7 minutes and 12 seconds. So the time will be 8:27:12. All right, 8 hours, 27 minutes, and 12 seconds. The correct answer is option C. So, option C will be the correct answer of question number 3. Right? So, exactly like similar question came in the last year paper of civil services. Okay, fine. I'll repeat the last line, Pavitra. 432 is the LCM of these three numbers. Okay. So now you all will have to practice. So since I've already taught you how to calculate LCM, right? I've already taught you how to calculate the LCM. So 48, 72, and 108. Find out the LCM of these three numbers, which will come out to be 432. Now 432 seconds, after 432 seconds, all the three lights will change together. 432 seconds is equal to 7 minutes and 12 seconds, which will be added to 820, and you will get the final answer 8:27:12. 8 hours 27 minutes and 12 seconds. Okay, so I was telling you that this was the exact, like this was a similar question that was asked in the last year, okay, on the similar concept. Now let's move on and look at the next question. Question number 4. Kanchana, 432 seconds, you will have to convert it in terms of minutes and seconds. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Okay, Pooja? 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 7 minutes will be equal to 420 seconds. So 420 seconds will become 7 minutes. And then remaining number of seconds will be 12 seconds. Now, question number 4, find out the largest 4-digit number which is completely divisible by 12, 15, 18, and 17. The largest 4-digit number completely divisible by all the 4 numbers. All right. Okay. Now, this is one thing that will add to your complexity. थोड़ा सा difficulty हो जाएगी इसकी वजह से. So let's forget about this. So I want a number which is completely divisible by all 4 numbers. So the number is completely divisible by these numbers. So that means the number should be a common multiple. Okay, number should be a common multiple of these 4 numbers. Okay. Now to start with, I'll find out the least number which is completely divisible by all the 4 numbers. That means I'll calculate LCM of these numbers. So can you tell me the LCM of these 4 numbers? LCM of 12, 15, 18, and 27. Absolutely. So LCM is equal to 540, right? 540 is the LCM. Is it so? Yes or no? Good. So 540 is the LCM of these 4 numbers. So I can say that the smallest number, listen carefully, the smallest number which is completely divisible by all the 4 numbers. I'm explaining it again. So I have to find out the number which is completely divisible by all 4 numbers. That means the number should be a multiple of these 4 numbers. The smallest such number is 540, which is the LCM of these 3 numbers. Okay. So 540 will be the smallest number which is completely divisible by these 4 numbers. Okay. 540 is the smallest number which is completely divisible by these 4 numbers. The next number will be the multiples of 540. So next number will be 1080. Then next number will be another multiple of 540, that is 1620, and so on. Okay. So out of these 4 numbers, you will have to find out which of the numbers is a multiple of 540. So 540 ka multiple find out karna hai and you will get your answer. Okay. Zainab, I cannot do that right now. Okay. So please wait, focus on this lecture. Let's finish this lecture and I will take out some time to cater those things. Okay. So please focus on whatever is currently going on in the lecture. Otherwise, you will ask the same things as the doubt in the next lecture. Okay. So first of all, let's focus on this, right? So now we'll have to find a multiple of 540. Okay, out of these 4 numbers. So out of these 4 numbers, which number is a multiple of 540? The number 9720. 540 multiplied by 18. 540 multiplied by 18. Srilata, are you asking me to calculate the LCM? To explain you how to calculate the LCM? Srilata, I'll not be able to do that. Okay. So again, it's a request. Whatever I have already covered in the lectures. So how to calculate LCM was covered in the last lecture. which cannot be covered again because you will have to practice all those things by yourself. Okay? So if I'll keep on repeating things, please understand this thing. So if I'll keep repeating these things, then we'll not be able to finish up whatever the agenda is in the time that is there with us. Okay, and things will keep on lingering. So Srilata, see, if everyone will ask me to repeat one thing, then understand what will happen. Okay. So please, whatever the technical issue that you are having, kindly tell someone to resolve those issues. I'm really sorry again. I actually want to cover it, but if I'll cover it, it will take another 20 minutes. Okay. And things will be pending. Okay. Now 540 multiplied by 18, 540 multiplied by 18 will give you 9720, and that will be the answer. Okay. Yes, Ramya, that can also give the answer. So number should be divisible by all the four numbers. I'm teaching you the general method which can be used in every questions. Okay. All right. Now moving ahead, let's move on to the next question. Okay, not the question, but another concept. Ritika, 18 comes from where? I'll tell you. So Ritika, what you need to do is, चलो मैं proper बता देता हूँ how to evaluate that. Now 54, 540 is the number, and I have to go near to 9,000. Okay, so I'll multiply it by 20. Just hit and trial. Okay, hit and trial. So 540 multiplied by 20, you will observe that this number will be 10800. Okay, 10800. Now this is not a 4-digit number, this is a 5-digit number. So I'll multiply 540 by 19. So multiplying 540 by 19, I will reduce this number by 540. So this number will be 10260. So 19 से multiply करके again I have a 5-digit number. So I'll multiply it by 18, and you will observe that you will get a 4-digit number, which is 9720. Okay. All right. Okay. Now moving ahead and looking at the next concept. Now this concept tells us that whenever we are calculating LCM and HCF of two numbers, whenever we are calculating LCM and HCF, yes, Utkarsh, you can do that. But Utkarsh, in that case, it may be possible that more than one option is completely divisible by 540. In that case, you will have to select the largest of those numbers for the previous question. Please take care of that scenario. All right, Utkarsh, you are absolutely correct. All right. Now, the next concept, focus on this one. Whenever you are calculating the LCM and HCF of two numbers, you can always say that the product of LCM and HCF is equal to the product of two numbers. Okay, the product of LCM and HCF is always equal to the product of two numbers, right? So, looking at an example to prove this, the HCF of two numbers is 11 and their LCM is 7700. If one of the numbers is 275, then find the other number. Let's try to calculate the other number. Come on. All right. Pooja, LCM into HCF will be equal to the product of the two numbers. Okay. So now in this case, LCM is 7700. Multiply HCF, which is 11, will be equal to the product of two numbers. 275 is the first number. Let's say the second number is Y. Okay. So the value of Y will be 7700 multiply 11 divided by 275. Okay. Now simplify this thing. I can cancel out 11 from here. So it is 25, and then 25 can be cancelled. So if I'll cancel 25, so I will get 77 into 3, 308. Okay, so 308 will be the second number in this question. Okay, so question number 6, correct answer is option A, that is 308. Okay, now Pooja, it will be 308, not 306. Okay, all right. Now moving ahead, next question that came in CSAT 2022. What is the smallest number? So this is slightly different question. What is the smallest number greater than 1000? Smallest number greater than 1000. Okay. That when divided by 6, 9, 12, 15, or 18 always leaves a remainder of 3. Now, the best way is look at the options. Just pick up the options one by one. Check if they are leaving the remainder of 3 when divided by the above given numbers. Okay. All right. Now, all of you have given a correct answer. Those who have given an answer up till now. Dipender, please check your answer. Yes, Ankush, you can do that, but वो थोड़ा सा लेंदी हो जाता है कभी कभी. It might get slightly lengthy. Okay, perfect. Now, Girish, yes, but Girish, I'll give you a shortcut method. Now, Girish, out of these numbers, I can say that the divisibility rule of 9 is the easiest. Okay, what is the divisibility rule of 9? Can anyone help me with that? Divisibility rule of 9, we have seen in the last lecture. Yes, Ankush. So if you are in practice, so you can definitely apply that. Now, divisibility rule of 9 is sum of the digits. Okay, sum of the digits should be divisible by 9. Okay. Now, if I'll pick up the first option, what is the sum of the digits? What is the sum of the digits in the first option? The sum of the digits is 10. Okay. Now, to find out the remainder, what you can do is to find out the remainder when 1063 is divided by 9, you can use the divisibility rule of 9 in which the sum of the digits, which is 10, when divided by 9, 10 को 9 से divide करेंगे, what will be the remainder? Absolutely. So this is 1. So here the remainder is 1. I need a remainder of 3. So option A will be eliminated. Okay. Now I look for the second option. Second option, what is the sum of the digits? The sum of the digits is 11. 11 when divided by 9, the remainder is 2. But I need a remainder of 3. So this option will also be eliminated. 1083 when divided by 9, what will be the remainder? Here sum of the digits is 12. 12 when divided by 9, the remainder is 3. So I can keep this option. Now, understand one thing, just on the basis of this, you cannot say that this will be the answer. Pavitra, why I have selected 9? Because out of these, I can see that the divisibility rule of 9 is the easiest. Okay, divisibility rule of 9 is the easiest. That is why I have picked up 9. There is no specific reason other than that. Okay. Now for the last option, what is the sum of the digits? The sum of the digits is 13 when divided by 9. The remainder is 4. I need a remainder of 3. So this option can be eliminated. So I have eliminated 3 options. I'm left with only one option, and that has to be the correct answer. Okay. So this is one shortcut method that can be used. Now another method, which is a general but lengthy method. So here, this number, like whatever number they are asking for, this number will be LCM of these 5 numbers: 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So the required number that they are asking will be a multiple of LCM of these numbers plus the remainder that is given plus 3. Okay, fine. So what is the LCM of these 5 numbers? What is the LCM of these 5 numbers? Rani has said 180. Chetan says 180. Absolutely. So 180 is the LCM of these numbers. So our answer will be a multiple of 180 plus 3. Okay. So put different values of k. 180 into 1 plus 3 will give me 183. 180 into 2, that is 360. 363 will be the next number. Now, likewise, you will have to do a little bit of hit and trial until the number is a 4-digit number. Okay. So Krishna says 6, Prem Kumar says 6. So 180 multiplied by 6 is 1080 plus 3 will be 1083. All right. So 1083 will be the correct answer of this question. So I've explained this question by using both the methods. Okay. So you can use any of the methods. Second method definitely may take some time. First method generally proves to be time saving. Okay. Yes, Shelja, this is what I have done. I have divided the numbers and checked them. So I picked up a number 9, checked all the numbers, remainders with 9, and got the answer. Yes, you can do. You can use the first method. Even I generally use the first method because it is time saving. I've also told you the general method that can be used at any point in time. Okay. Next question. Question number 8, CSAT 2021. Joseph visits the club on every 5th day. Harsh visits every 24th. Sumit visits every 9th. Okay. Now, if all 3 of them met at the club on a Sunday, then on which day will all 3 of them meet again? All right. Good. Austin, Vasundhara, Manikandan, Nancy, Ankush, Sneha, Ayush, Pavitra, and Roshan, and Mary. Okay. So a lot of answers already. Now, this question is somewhere related to one of the questions that we have done earlier about the lights. Okay. Now, Joseph visits the club every 5th day, Harsh every 24th day, and Sumit every 9th day. Okay. Right. So I can say that Joseph, the first person, will come after every 5 days. Okay. So 5, 10, 15, and so on. The second person every 24th day. So 48, 72, and so on. And the third person every ninth day, that is 9, 18, 27, and so on. Right? What are these numbers? These are the multiples of these numbers. Okay. So instead of finding, first of all, on which day, I will find after how many days all three of them will meet again. After how many days all three of them will meet again. So that will be the LCM of these three numbers. What are the numbers? The numbers are 5, 24, and 9. So what is the LCM of these three numbers? Muskan says 180. Muskan, 180 is not divisible by 24. So Muskan, 360, double कर दो 180 को. 360 is the LCM of these three numbers. Okay. So they all will meet after 360 days. Okay. Now they have met today on a Sunday. So if today is a Sunday, then what will be the day after 360 days from now? Now, have you all studied calendars? Calendar study किया है? Yes. So calculate the number of odd days divided by 7 and find out the remainder. So 360 when divided by 7, the remainder is 3. So answer should be Sunday plus 3, and it will be a Wednesday. So Wednesday, that is option B, is the correct answer of question number 8. Okay, simple. Great. Now let's move on to our next topic for the day, cyclicity of numbers. So this is also related to numbers, cyclicity of numbers. Akshay, because basically we have to find out on which day they will meet again, and we'll have to find out what day of the week will it be after 360 days, because they are meeting after 360 days. Okay, because they are meeting after 360 days, so we have to find out on which day of the week they will meet. So I've already calculated that they will meet after 360 days. If today is a Sunday, then what will be the day after 360 days from today? So this is the concept of calendars that has already been taught. Okay. So 360 divided by 7, the remainder is 3. So Sunday में 3 add कर दो, answer will be a Wednesday. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to our next topic. Our next topic is cyclicity of numbers. Okay. Now, cyclicity of numbers is basically related to finding the unit digit of a number in the problems like, so I will show you one problem. In the problems like 2 raised to the power, wait, 2 raised to the power, let's say 300. So 2 raised to the power 300 will be a very big number. We don't have to find out the value of this number. We just have to find out what will be the rightmost digit, the unit digit of this number. Okay. So cyclicity of numbers will be related to that. All right. Now, to find out the unit digit in such cases, you must know that the unit digit will repeat after some power. Now, the value of 2 raised to the power 1 is 2. The value of 2 raised to the power 2 is 4. 2 raised to the power 3 is 8. 2 raised to the power 4 is 16. 2 raised to the power 5 is 32. 2 raised to the power 6 is 64. 2 raised to the power 7 is 128, and so on. Now, if you'll see that after the fourth power, the unit digit has repeated. So we started with 2, and the power 2 raised to the power 5 has the unit digit of 2 once again. Okay. So I can say that Whenever we are dealing with the powers of 2, the unit digit will repeat after every fourth power. Okay? Am I clear? So the cyclicity for the powers of 2, the cyclicity of the powers of 2 is 4. That means the unit digit will repeat after every fourth power. Am I clear? The unit digit will repeat after every fourth power for the powers of 2. I'll repeat. So I have written the values of the power of 2. 2 raised to the power 1, the unit digit is 2. And 2 raised to the power 5, the unit digit is again 2. So for the powers of 2, the unit digit is repeating after every fourth power. Okay, right? So the cyclicity for the powers of 2 is equal to 4. Now let's look at one more question, one more power, 3. So I'm giving you 30 seconds. Can you tell me what will be the cyclicity of the unit digit for the powers of 3? Very good, Dinesh, Mary, Prajneet, Pooja. Okay, so let's check. Kartikeyan, Shubham, Dhanush, let's check. Roshan, Pavitra. Now 3 raised to the power 1 is 3. 3 square. 3 square is 9. 3 cube is 27. And 3 raised to the power 4 is 81. 3 raised to the power 5 is 243. Now it has repeated. Okay. So after fourth power, it has repeated. So in this case, once again, the cyclicity will be 4. Soumya, not 5, but it will be 4. Shelja, Laghima, it will be 4, not 5. Okay? It is repeating after fourth power in the same way it has done for the powers of 2. Okay? So the cyclicity, the repetition is occurring after every fourth power. So the cyclicity will be 4. All right? Now, likewise, it can be said that, all of you listen to this line carefully, it can be said that the cyclicity for every power, for every number will be 4. That means the unit digit will repeat after every fourth power for every number. Fourth power के बाद तो repeat करेगा ही करेगा. I'll take an example for this. Okay. Now let's check the powers of 4. 4 raised to the power 1 is 4. 4 square is 16. 4 cube is 64. 4 raised to the power 4 is 256. 4 raised to the power 5 is 1024, and so on. Now in this case, you will observe that the unit digit is repeating after second power. 4, 6, 4, 6, and so on. Okay? So it is repeating after second power. Yes? So you can say that the cyclicity will be 2. But can I also say that it is showing a repetition after fourth power as well? 4, 6, 4, 6, and then 4, 6, 4, 6. Okay? It is showing a repetition after every fourth power as well. Okay? So you can assume the cyclicity of this number as 4 also. Okay? Manikandan, no need to do that. All right. So you can assume the cyclicity of 4 as 4 again. Okay. So cyclicity of 4, it is repeating after every second power, but it is also repeating after every fourth power. So just to reduce burden from your mind, you can assume the cyclicity as 4. Okay. So for every number, cyclicity of 4 can be assumed. All right. Now let's see what type of question can be asked from here. So the question will be, what will be the unit digit of 2 raised to the power 375? So power is 375. We'll have to find out the unit digit of 2 raised to the power 375. Okay. Now, all of you wait. Don't write anything. Let me explain. Now, 2 raised to the power 375. Now, we know that the unit digit of the powers of 2 repeats after every fourth power. Okay? Fourth power के बाद repetition start हो जाएगा. So what you must do is pick up the power 375, divide it by 4 and find out the remainder. All of you, what will be the remainder when 375 is divided by 4? The remainder will be 3. Okay. So the unit digit of 2 raised to the power 375 will be same as the unit digit of 2 raised to the power 3. Okay. Right. So the unit digit of 2 raised to the power 375 will be same as unit digit of 2 raised to the power 3. Let me repeat this process. Now, I need to find out the unit digit of 2 raised to the power 375. The cyclicity for the powers of 2 is 4. So that is why I will divide the power by 4. I'll divide 375 by 4 and will calculate the remainder. The remainder is 3. So from where this 4 came, this is the cyclicity of unit digits. Okay. So 375 and divided by 4, the remainder is 3. So 2 raised to the power 375, the unit digit will be same as the unit digit of 2 raised to the power 3. Now the value of 2 raised to the power 3 is 8. So the answer of this question will be equal to 8. All right. Great. Now let's look at some more questions. Now, Madhuri, you are asking during the examination how I figured out that it will be divisible by divided by 4. How to? Yes. So, Madhuri, I have explained that the cyclicity for the powers of 2 is 4. That's it. Okay. Fine. Okay. Now, wait. Now, Shweta, 375 is divisible by 5. Then why we not take 2 into 5? Shweta, 375 and divided by 4, you will have to calculate the remainder. That's it. Okay. So Shubham, the remainder came out to be 3. Okay. So instead of 375, just replace it by 3. Let me explain 2 or 3 more questions and then you'll be able to understand what is happening here. Okay. Now the question is find the unit digit of 3 raised to the power 400. Yes, Ankush. Absolutely. Okay. Now for the powers of 3, again the cyclicity is 4. Okay. Listen, all of you carefully. Now here, this power is a multiple of 4. So 400 when divided by 4, the remainder is 0. All of you listen, do not write anything. Please do not write anything. Okay? Now I'll compare these two questions. In the previous question, 375 when divided by 4, the remainder was 3. Okay? Now here, 400 when divided by 4, the remainder is 0. Now, whenever the remainder is 0, what you have to do is you will have to replace this power by 4. 4 से replace करना है इसे. 0 नहीं लिखना. जब भी remainder 0 आएगा तो power को 4 लिखना है. Okay? Right? So, whenever the remainder comes out to be 0, you'll have to write the power as 4. Whenever the remainder comes out to be any other number other than 0, then you will have to write it as the power. Okay? ठीक है? So 400 is completely divisible by 4. So you can write the power as 4. Now what is the unit digit of 3 raised to the power 4? What is the unit digit of 3 raised to the power 4? 3 raised to the power 4 is 81. Okay. So 81, the unit digit is 1. So the answer of this question will be 1. Okay. Yes, yes, Ashay. Whenever the remainder comes out to be 0, you will have to write the power as 4. Okay. Yes, Ramya, but you will have to do whatever I am telling you to do. Okay. Okay. Now, next question. Let's say question is 7 raised to the power 423. 7 raised to the power 423. Now, I've mentioned you earlier that the cyclicity of the unit digit for every number is 4. Since the cyclicity is 4, we will have to divide each of these powers by 4. So 423 again when divided by 4, what will be the remainder? The remainder is 3. So replace this power with this remainder. So 7 raised to the power 3. Okay. So 7 raised to the power 3. Calculate the value. 7 raised to the power 3. The value is 343. So the unit digit will be 3. So the correct answer of this question will be equal to 3. Pihu, for every number, the cyclicity is 4. So without even looking at the power, just divide the power by 4 every time. Okay, Pihu? Pooja, cyclicity for every number can be taken as 4. Every time you will have to divide the power by 4 and write the remainder. In case the remainder is 0, then write the power as 4. Okay? So now I'll summarize whatever we have done up till now. So here the questions will be of the form a raised to the power b, find the unit digit of this number. Okay, all of you keep listening. A raised to the power b. A can be any number, b can be any number, and you will have to find out the unit digit of that. Right? Now, in this case, whatever the question is, whatever is the value of a or b, divide b by 4 and find out the remainder. Okay? Now, if this remainder is 0, then replace the power by 4. If the remainder is any other number than 0, then write the remainder as the power. Okay? Yes, Pavitra, for every case, I'm repeating it again and again. You are just wasting your time by asking me again and again. So whatever is the power every time you divide it by 4. ठीक है, हमेशा 4 से divide करना है. Okay? Laksha, please refresh your screen. Please refresh your screen. All right. So if the remainder comes out to be 0, yes, Pooja, why are you? I don't know why you are asking again and again and again. I'm saying for every number, the cyclicity is 4. Okay? All right. Ankush, because these things are asked in the examination. So let's look at this question. Question number 2. All right. Now 3 raised to the power 67. Now power is 67 divided by 4. The remainder is 3. So I'll replace the power by 3. So 3 raised to the power 3, that is 27. 7 will be the unit digit of this number. Okay. Now let's have a look at some of the previous year paper questions. Okay. So one of them is CSAT 2021. Now they have asked the same thing but in another manner. Very good. Okay. In the last lecture, I have explained you any number when divided by 10, finding the remainder, किसी भी नंबर को 10 से डिवाइड करके अगर रिमाइंडर फाइंड आउट करना है, it is same as, yes Girish, very good, it is same as the last digit. Okay, so they are asking 3 raised to the power 2019 when divided by 10, what will be the remainder? So in this case, the remainder will be the unit digit of 3 raised to the power 2019. So indirectly they have asked us to find out the unit digit of this number. Okay, अब इसका unit digit कैसे निकालेंगे? Same method. 2019 divided by 4, remainder will be 3. So the answer will be 3 raised to the power 3. Okay, remainder is 3. So it will be 3 raised to the power 3. That is 27. 7 will be the correct answer of this question. I'll repeat. 2019 when divided by 4, the remainder will come out to be 3. So I'll replace the power by 3. So 3 raised to the power 3, 27. 7 is the unit digit. Okay. Now, next, the question came in CSAT 2023, last year. Ramya and Kanchna, whenever any number is divided by 10 and you are asked to find out the remainder, yes. So listen, all of you. So I don't know if you remember it from the previous lecture or not. I have to repeat it for all of you. Any number when divided by 10, if you are asked to find out the remainder, then the remainder is always the unit digit. Okay. So that means for the previous question, you will have to find out the unit digit. Now the current question, what is the unit digit in the expansion of 57242 raised to the power 9 into 7 into 5 into 3 into 1. So unit digit find out karna hai. So what you have to do is you will have to look at the power first. Is power ko dekho and divide this power by 4 and find out the remainder. So what is this number coming out to be? Ye number kitna hai? What is this number? Raised to the power 945. 9 into 7 into 5 into 3 into 1 is 945. So 945 when divided by 4, what is the remainder? Manikandan, careful. 945 divided by 4, what is the remainder? The remainder is 1. Okay, so I will replace the power by 1. So this number raised to the power 1, what will be the unit digit? The number raised to the power 1, what will be the unit digit? The unit digit will be equal to 2. So 2 raised to the power 1, it will be equal to 2. So the answer is equal to option A, that is 2. Okay, such an easy question came in the last year. Now you're asking why take 2, because 2 is the unit digit here. 2 is the unit digit. Okay. Yes, Pooja. So Pooja, 2 was the unit digit. So if I'll ask you to make the power as 1, so 57242 power 1. What will be the answer? It will be 2 again as the unit digit. Okay? Yes, Lakshay. Yes. Kanchana, we got the remainder as 1, not the unit digit as 1. So remainder is 1. So we will replace the power by the remainder. This is what we have been doing in the last few questions. So instead of 945, write 1 and then you will get the answer. So the unit digit is equal to 2. Yes, Kumari, absolutely. So, Kumari, in place of 1, if the remainder came out to be 3, so the answer would have been 2 raised to the power 3, that is 8. Okay? Yes, yes. Wait, people. I'm going to the next question. First of all, let me take the doubts of some students. Yes, just one, we'll have to take the unit digit of that number. Yes, Meshek, Meshek, we have to divide the power by 4. Yes, Kanchana, remainder will become the power. So if you are listening carefully from the beginning, in every question, this is what we have done. We have picked up the power, divided it by 4, calculated the remainder, and then replaced the power by this remainder. Okay? All right. Now let's move on to our next topic, ratios and proportions. Now, ratios and proportions is a very simple topic. Okay, and yes, plenty of questions like you will find out from this area as well, from this area as well as the application of this area. Okay, so let's begin with this. Roshan, divided by 10. Okay, so I'll repeat that question. So Roshan, in the last class, I have explained that if you are asked to find out the remainder of any number when divided by 10. Okay, so let's say 2658 when divided by 10, what will be the remainder? Remainder will always be the unit digit. Okay, किसी भी नंबर को 10 से डिवाइड करेंगे, okay, then the remainder will always be the unit digit. So if you are asked that 3 raised to the power 2019 when divided by 10, what is the remainder? So basically, indirectly, they are asking the unit digit of this number. 3000, 3 raised to the power 2019 का unit digit पूछ रहे हैं वो. Okay? Fine? Unit digit of 3 raised to the power 2019. And how to calculate this? I've already explained that. Okay? All right, people. Now, ratios and proportions. The next topic for the day. Now, what do you understand by a ratio? Now, ratio is the comparison between like quantities. So let's say the value of A is 20 and the value of B is 25. So what is the ratio of A and B? What is the ratio of A and B? Absolutely. Now we can write the ratio of A and B as 20 is to 25. So even if I'll write the ratio as 20 is to 25, then it is also correct. But generally what we do is we take out common factors from both the terms in the ratio. So 20 and 25, 5 is common. So if I take out 5 from both the numbers, I will get 4 is to 5. But you can write this as well as this. Not necessarily that you will have to take out the common ratio. In general, we do that, but not necessary. ज़रूरी नहीं है, ठीक है? So the ratio of 20 and 25 is 20 is to 25. After simplification, it will become 4 is to 5. Okay, right? Now, if a ratio is given to you as 4 is to 5, the ratio is given as 4 is to 5. So you're given that A is to B is 4 is to 5. Find the value of A and B. Now, with this information, we cannot find the values of A and B. The simple reason is we don't know which common factor, we don't know which common factor has been removed, has been cancelled to obtain the ratio. हमें नहीं पता कि कौन सा common ratio था. The common ratio could have been 3. So if I take 3 common ratio, 3 common from these two, so 4 into 3, 12, and 15 can be the values of A and B. If the common factor was 4, 4 into 4, 16, and 20 can be the values of A and B. So likewise, there can be multiple values of A and B. Okay, so if only the ratio is given, we cannot find out the values. We need some more information. Okay, right? So if you are given that the ratio of A and B is 4 is to 5, and their sum of A and B is 81. Okay, now with this information, can you tell me what will be the values of A and B? लक्ष्य मुझे वैल्यूज चाहिए. आई नीड द वैल्यूज ऑफ ए एंड बी. गुड. श्रीजा, केतन, अंकुश, परिमला, पल्लवी. Nice, very good. So how to simplify these cases? Let's assume that the common factor between A and B was X. So I can say that the value of A can be assumed as 4X and B as 5X. The sum of A and B is 81. So 4X plus 5X is given as 81. That is 9X is equal to 81. And the value of X will come out to be 9. That is 81 upon 9 is 9. Now substitute the value of X in A and B. So 4 multiply 9 is 36 and 5 multiply 9 is 45. So the values of A and B are 36 and 45. Okay. So this is how you can find out the values when the ratio with some additional information is given. All right. Okay. So let's have a look at some easy questions based on this. Okay. Now 600 is divided among A and B in the given ratio. The ratio here is 2 is to 3. So you can say that A is 2x and B is 3x, where 2x plus 3x, that is 5x, is equal to 600. So the value of x comes out to be 120. Substituting the value of x in a and b. So the value of a will be 2 multiply 120, that is 240. The value of b will be 3 multiply 120, that is 360. So they are asking the value of b. The answer is 360, that is option C. And plenty of you have given a correct answer. Okay, so a is 240, b is 360. They were asking the value of b. Answer will be 360. Next question. Yes, Dinesh, you may do that. Good. So 1200 to be divided among A, B, and C. The ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 3. So A can be x, B can be 2x, and C can be 3x, such that the sum is 1200. So the value of x comes out to be 200. Okay. So 200 is the value of x, and the value of C is 3x. 3 multiplied by 200 is 600. Okay. Perfect. 600 is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question, question number 3. If the cost of 3 mangoes and 7 apples is equal to the cost of 5 mangoes and 4 apples, then what will be the ratio between the costs of 1 mango and 1 apple? Okay. Now let's say the cost of 1 mango is M and cost of 1 apple is A. So they are saying that cost of 3 mangoes and 7 apples is equal to the cost of 5 mangoes and 4 apples. Okay, now simple equations, you can solve them. So 7 apples minus 4 apples, that is 3 apples, will be equal to 2 mangoes. So mango upon apple will be equal to 3 upon 2. Mango upon apple will be equal to 3 upon 2. This is what they have asked. They want cost of 1 mango and 1 apple. So mango divided by apple, it is 3 is to 2. So the correct answer is option D. Okay. Next question, question number 4. I'll go back to the previous Bhimare, 3 mangoes and 7 apples. So that is why we have added together cost is given, is asking. Okay? Shubham sir, how 3M and 2A comes? Uh, First of all, it's not 3M, so it's 3A. So 7A minus 4A. If I take apples on one side and mangoes on the other. So 7a minus 4a is 3a, 5m minus 3m is 2m. Okay. Yes, Pooja, I've taken mangoes on one side and apples on the other side. Ramya, mango is to apple is 3 is to 2, not 2 is to 3. Question number 4. The ratio between monthly incomes of A and B is 3 is to 2. And the ratio between their expenditures is 5 is to 3. If each person saves 1000 every month, then find out the monthly income of A. You will have to find out the monthly income of A. All right, so 4,000, 6,000. These are the two most common answers I'm getting. Some of you are giving 2,000 as the answer. So all among the options I'm getting. Okay. Now, what is the relation between income, expenditure, and saving? So we can say that income minus saving is equal to expenditure. ठीक है? Income minus saving is equal to expenditure. You can write it in any manner. Income minus saving is expenditure. Now the ratio of incomes of A and B is 3 is to 2. So if I look at income of A and B, I can assume it as 3x and 2x respectively. Now each of them has a saving of 1000 rupees. So using income and saving, if I'll write expenditure, so expenditure of A will be income of A minus saving of A. So expenditure of A will be 3x minus 1000. Similarly, expenditure of B will be 2x minus 1000. Okay. And in the question, the ratio of the expenditures is given as 5 is to 3. So you can write 3x minus 1000 divided by 2x minus 1000. The ratio of their expenditures is given as 5 upon 3. Okay. Now you can do cross multiplication and find out the value of x. So doing cross multiplication, 9x minus 1000 is equal to 10x minus 5000. Sorry, 9x minus 3000. I'm sorry. So 9x minus 3000 is equal to 10x minus 5000. So the value of x comes out to be 5000 minus 3000, that is 2000. So x का value आ गया 2000. But the question is not asking the value of x. The question is asking the monthly income of A. Monthly income of A is 3x. So the answer will be 3x. That is 3 multiplied by 2000. That is 6000. So 6000, that is option C, is the correct answer of this question. Okay. All right. Now, next question. Question number 5. No, Mishra, no. Just one, we are not taking same variables for both. Since the ratio was common, obviously it has to be a common number which can be cancelled. Okay. So for this one, income, I have taken one variable. Okay. Because the same factor will be cancelled out to obtain this ratio. Okay. Now, question number 5. How much quantity of zinc should be mixed with 27 kg of copper so that the ratio between copper and zinc becomes 9:4? Okay. Now, how much quantity of zinc? Let's say quantity of zinc is X kgs and copper is 27. So the ratio of copper and zinc, the ratio of copper and zinc is given as 9:4. Be careful with what ratio is given. Okay? Copper is to zinc or zinc is to copper. So copper is to zinc is given as 9:4. Quantity of copper given is 27 kg. Quantity of zinc is X, which is equal to 9 upon 4. Okay. So you can do cross multiplication and obtain the value of X as 12. So the amount of zinc that will be required is 12 kgs and option A is the correct answer. Okay. All right. Now let's move to the next question. But before this, I would like to explain you one concept. Okay. Now this concept will be used for the question that we'll be doing now. And the same concept will be used for the chapter of linear equations. Okay. Now, this question is formation of equations. Okay, simple equations के questions किए होंगे. So this concept is based on formation of equations when in the question a two-digit number is given. Okay. So first of all, let's read the question and then you will be able to understand what I'll be explaining to you. So just read the question only and then we'll have a look at the logic. The question is the ratio of a two-digit number to the number formed by reversing its digits is 4:7. How many such numbers are possible? So ऐसे कितने numbers होंगे? How many numbers will be there such that the ratio of that number with the number formed by reversing its digits will come out to be 4:7. ठीक है? For example, let's say there is a number 48. Now 48 is the number. If I reverse the digits, what will be the number? What will be the number obtained after reversing the digits? Good. It will be 84. Okay. What is the ratio of 48 and 84? 48 and 84 का ratio कितना है? Girish, careful. Girish, careful. I want the ratio, people. 48 and 84, the ratio. So you can cancel out 4. So it will be 12 and 21. And then you can cancel out 3 as well. Just one 3 भी cancel कर सकते हैं. So you'll cancel out 3. So this will become 4 and this will become 7. So 4:7 is the ratio of these two numbers. Okay. So I can say that 48 is a number whose ratio with the number formed by reversing its digits will be 4:7. Likewise, we have to find out any other number whose ratio will be 4:7. Okay, so That was just an example, but let's understand what will be the process. Okay. So let the number be AB, the two-digit number. Okay. Now, whenever we write two-digit number, this is the digit at units place, and this is the digit at tens place. Okay. Now, to form the number, the digit at tens place is multiplied by 10 and is added to the digit at units place when multiplied by 1. So digit at tens place is multiplied by 10, digit at units place is multiplied by 1, and we add them and we get the number. For example, 48 is the number. So this is the digit at tens place multiplied by 10. This is the digit at units place multiplied by 1. So 4 multiplied 10 plus 8 multiply 1 is 40 plus 8, 48, the given number. Okay. Now, whenever we have variables, we are unable to write the number directly. So we write the number in this manner. Okay. So whenever we are having variables in place of the number, so we write the number in this manner. Okay. So the question is asking that the number and the number formed by reversing the digits, the ratio is 4 is to 7. Okay, right? So I'll do that. Now here again, if you will look at this two-digit number AB, two-digit number AB. So in this two-digit number, what can be the values of A and what can be the values of B? The digit at tens place cannot be 0. A की value 0 नहीं हो सकती. So the value of A can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the value of A can be any number starting from 1 up till 9 because this is a digit. Similarly, the value of B. What can be the values of B? Good, Anushka. The values of B can be starting from 0 up till 9. Rani, Shelja, Parimala, good, everyone. So B can be 0 as well. Okay. So the value of B can be starting from 0 up till 9. So A and B are single digit numbers. Okay. The value of A can be any number starting from 1 up till 9. The value of B can be any number starting from 0 up till 9. Okay. So these are the things that we need to know while we are forming a two-digit number. Okay. Yes, Lakshay, no problem at all. But originally it should be a two-digit number. ठीक है ना Lakshay? Originally it should be a two-digit number. After reversing, it may become a single-digit number or not. Will not bother about that. Okay. But originally it should be a single-digit number. Okay. Also, Lakshay, if it is mentioned that after reversing, it should be a two-digit number, then the value of B also cannot be 0. Okay. All right, Lakshay. So that was a very logical question that you have asked. Very good. Okay. So the ratio of a two-digit number. So let's assume that the original number is AB. That means it can be written as 10x plus, sorry, 10A plus B. The number formed by reversing its digits is BA, which can be written as 10B plus A. Now the ratio of these two numbers is given as 4 upon 7. Okay. Now all of you, can you do cross multiplication quickly by yourself? Quickly do cross multiplication. I'm doing it slowly. So 10A into 7, 70A plus 7B is equal to 40B plus 4A. Now take A on one side and B on the other side. So 70A minus 4A, that is 66A, is equal to 33B. So the ratio of A and B, the ratio of A and B comes out to be 1 upon 2. Is it clear? So A is to B is 1 is to 2, right? Now I will write different values of A and B. Okay, so A की values क्या क्या हो सकती हैं? 1 से लेके 9 तक हो सकती है. The value of A can be starting from 1 up till 9. So if the value of A is 1, what will be the value of B such that the ratio is 1 is to 2? The value of B will be 2. Good. If the value of A is 2, B will be 4. If the value of A is 3, B will be 6. Value of A is 4, B will be 8. So these are the acceptable values of B. But if A is 5, what will be the value of B? B will come out to be 10, but B cannot take 10 as the value. The value of B can be starting from 0 up till 9. So this value will be rejected. Similarly, after this, all the values of B will not be possible. Okay, so Kumari, 12 cannot be the value of B because B has to be a single digit number. So no further values of A and B will be considered. So how many such numbers are possible? So this number is 12, this number is 24, this number is 36, this number is 48. So there are 4 numbers which are possible like this. Okay, am I clear to all of you? Okay, Dipender, you are asking why B can be 0 to 9. Now, Dipender, whenever you write a 2-digit number, AB, so both A and B should be a single digit numbers. Okay, right? Both A and B should be single digit numbers, right? Now, in a 2-digit number, the number on the left hand side cannot be 0. 0 nahi ho sakta. So it can be any digit starting from 1 up till 9. Similarly, the digit at units place can be 0. So it can take any value starting from 0 to 9. No puja, no other method. Okay, Megha. So if A is 1, B is 2. So the number will be 12, right? If A is 1, B is 2, the number will be 12, then 24, 36, and 48. That's why. So I have written the number. I've written the value of this 2-digit number. So this 2-digit number can be any of these 4. Yes, Ankush, yes, go ahead. Pallavi, Megha, clear? Ankush, yes, go ahead. Very good. Okay, clear? Wonderful. All right. Now, friends, we will take a break of 15 to 20 minutes. Yes, yes, yes. Gunjan, I'm giving you a break. Okay? So, yes. So, I'm explaining the last part of this question. So, once we have got the ratio of A and B, once we have got the ratio of A and B, now using the logic that the value of A can be any value starting from 1 up till 9. The value of A can be any value starting from 1 up till 9. So I started putting the values of A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Correspondingly, I've calculated the values of B. So when A is 1, B is 2, and the number will be 12. When A is 2, B will come out to be 4 using this ratio. Okay, B should be double of A. The ratio of A and B is 1 is to 2. That means the value of B will be the double the value of A. So if A is 2, B will be 4. The number will be 24. Okay. If A is 3, B will be 6. The number will be 36 and so on. All right. Where is reverse happening here? Reverse is happening here on the left hand side. AB is the original number, BA is the reversed number. Okay, Bhimare? Ritika, whatever the ratio is, let's say the ratio is 2 is to 3. Okay, if the ratio is 2 is to 3, then the numbers can be 2 and 3, then multiplied by 2, 4 and 6, 6 and 9, and so on. Okay. All right. So, friends, now I'm taking a break of a few minutes. So, right now the time is 6:37. So, we will meet again at 6:55. Okay. All right. Uh, Rani, which slide of cyclicity? Ritika, just give me a few moments. Rani, quickly take a snapshot. Rani, quickly take a snapshot and then I'll done. Okay. Now, Ritika, which slide do you want? Ritika, is this fine? Okay, great. So now I'm giving you a break. We'll see you at 6:55. Now, Srilata, you're asking me to explain this. So, Srilata, since we know that the values of A and B should be in this range, okay? B can be starting from 0 up till 9, okay? B cannot be more than 9. So, if I'll put A as 5, the value of B comes out to be 10. But the value of B, which is 10, is not acceptable value. That is why I will eliminate this. I will not consider this. Similarly, if A is 6, B will come out to be 12, which can again be rejected, and so on. No problem, Ankush. It's absolutely fine. Yes, Rani. Yes, absolutely. All right. Now, friends, let's begin with our next topic, averages. Now, how do we calculate average of some given numbers? How do we calculate? Any formula, anything you know about averages? Absolutely. So this is the simple formula for averages. So average is equal to sum of the numbers divided by the number of terms. Okay. So sum of the numbers divided by the number of terms, sum of the quantities divided by the number of quantities. This is how we calculate average of any given set of numbers. Okay. So you can say that the sum of numbers will be equal to average average of these numbers multiplied by the number of quantities, number of terms. Okay, right? So this is the only formula that we have in averages. Now, in some cases, you can also call averages as arithmetic mean. So finding arithmetic mean or finding average is one and the same thing. Okay, right? So in some questions, if you will see what is the arithmetic mean of numbers, then arithmetic mean is simply the average of these numbers, right? Now let's understand some concepts related to the averages. Now let's say there are a group of students whose average age is given as 21 years. Okay, I don't know what is the number of students, but I know the average age of this group of students as 21 years. Okay, now in this group, one student is added. Okay, one student enters this group whose age is more than 21 years. Okay, I'll repeat. There is a group of students whose average age is 21 years. Now, in this group, one more student is added whose age is greater than 21. So, what will happen to the average of this original group, or what will be the new average of this group? So, the new average, will it increase? Will it remain same, or will it decrease as compared to the original average, which is 21? Definitely good. So, a lot of you are correct. All right. Now, the original average is 21 years. Now, if any person whose age is more than the original average will enter this group, then the new average will increase. Okay, the new average will be greater than 21. All right. Also, if a new person is added whose age is less than 21, then the new average will be less than the original average. That means new average will decrease. Also, if a new student is added whose age is equal to 21 years, which was the original average, then the average will remain same. I'll repeat, all of you, I'll repeat, okay? So focus here. The average age of a group of people is 21 years. In this group, one new student enters whose age is more than 21. Now, what will happen to the average? The average will increase if the age is more than the original average. If the age of this new person is less than the original average, then the average will decrease. If the age of this new person is equal to the original average, the average will remain same. Okay, I'll take an example for this. So let's say the original average of a group is 21 years and number of students is 5. Okay, now another student whose age is 30 years enters this group. So what will be the new average age of the group? I'll repeat my question. There are 5 students whose average age is 21. A new student whose age is 30 years joins the group. What will be the new average of this group? What will be the new average of this group? What will be the new average of this group? You will all have to do some calculations here. Okay. Now let's have a look at the calculations. Now, the original average was 21 and the number of students was 5. So originally the sum of the ages was 21 multiplied by 5, that is 105. All right. Now in this sum, one more student is added whose age is 30 years. So the new sum of ages will be 105 plus 30, that is 135. All right, fine. Now, this is the new sum of the ages, which is 135. What is the number of students now in this class? What is the number of students now in this class? Originally, there were 5 students. Now, one more student is added. So, the number of students has become 6. So, the new average will be sum 135 divided by 6. So, 135 divided by 6, what is the value? How much is this value? 135 divided by 6. Upon some simplification, it will come out to be 22.5 years. Okay, so as you can see, the original average was 21. A person whose age was more than 21 is added in this group, and hence the new average has increased with respect to the original average. All right, fine. So generally, this is the type of questions that we get in the chapter of averages, right? Okay. Now let's have a look at one question which came in CSAT 2022. All right, so different answers. Some of you are saying 41, some of you are saying 40, some of you are saying data is inadequate. Some more time. Okay, now let's start making the equations. Now, first of all, average weight of A, B, and C is 40. So all of you quickly tell me what will be the sum of the weights of A, B, and C. If the average is 40, what will be their sum? These are three people. So the sum will be 40 multiplied by 3, that is 120. Okay, the first equation. Second equation for B, D, and E. What is the sum of their weights? 42 multiplied by 3, that is 126. Okay. Now, if I'll add these two equations, it will be A plus 2B. B is taken twice, plus C plus D plus E. What is the sum of these two equations? On the right hand side, it will be 246. Okay, I've simply added these two equations. Done? Okay. Now, this is the information that I have. Now, what do I have to calculate? I have to calculate the average weight of A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay. So, I have to calculate A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F. The average weight will be divided by 6. But it is also given that F and B are equal. F is equal to B. This is given to us. Wait, I'll write it again. So F and B are equal. Okay. So here in this above equation, instead of F, I can replace it by B. So this equation will become A plus F, it is replaced by B. So F will become B. So B will be twice. So 2B plus C plus D plus E divided by 6. Okay. Now I already have this value. So I'll substitute 246 here. So 246 divided by 6 will be the answer. So 41 is the correct answer of this question. So option C, that is 41, is correct. Okay. So very simple question it was. Let's move on and look at the next question, which came in CSAT 2021. Now, this is a very logical question in front of you. So take your time, take 2 minutes, take 3 minutes, understand this question properly, and then write your answer. So, Sahil, the method that you have used was incorrect. Please don't use that method again. Okay? Anjali, quickly have a look at it. I'll go back to the question. Okay. All right. Most of you are correct. All right, let's see what is happening in this question. Now, there are two classes, class A and class B. Class A has 25 students and class B has 30 students. Now, in class A, the highest score is 21 and the lowest is 17. So, the range of scores in class A is starting from 17 up till 21. Similarly, the range of scores of class B is 22 up till 30. Okay, right? So this is the range of scores. Am I clear? So this is everything is given in this question. Now, four students are shifted from A to B. So there is a shift of students. There is a shift of four students from A to B, right? So four students are shifted from A to B. This is given. Now they're asking what will happen to the average of A and B. This is about the two statements which are given below. Okay. Now let's look at class A first of all. Now class A has 25 students. The range of students is 17 up till 21. I don't know how many students are there with the age of 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. But these 25 students, they are in the range of 17 up till 21. Okay. So I can say that the average score of these students will be somewhere between 17 and 21. Okay. Right. So whatever is the minimum and the maximum, the average always lies somewhere between, not exactly between, but somewhere between the minimum and the maximum value. Okay. So the average score of all the students in class A will be between 17 and 21. Okay. Similarly, the average of these students will be between 22 and 30. Okay, somewhere between 22 and 30, it can be any number. It totally depends upon their exact scores. Aarti, 19 not necessarily will be the average. Okay? So, Aarti, it will totally depend on the individual scores of these students, right? Just looking at this, I cannot comment upon the average of these students. I can say that the average of these students will be between 17 and 21. The average score of class B will be between 22 and 30. All right. Now, four students are shifted from class A to class B. Now, let's talk about class A first of all, about the four students who have left. Now, we are not given what is the score of these four students. Okay. Are the scores above the average score? Are the scores below the average score? We don't know about that. So we cannot comment upon the change in average score of class A. Okay, let's assume that the average of class A is 19. Assume. And the four students who are leaving, their scores are 20, 20, 20, and 20. All their scores are more than 19. So if they are leaving with a higher score, the average will reduce. And if these four students have a score of 18, 18, 18, 18, it may have a different effect on the average. Okay. Since we are not sure about what are these scores as compared to the original average of class A, we cannot comment upon the change in the average score of class A. Okay. So the second statement, which is saying that the average score of class A will definitely increase, it is not true. It may decrease, it may remain same as well. All right. So average, the change in average of class A, we cannot find anything, we cannot comment anything on that. Okay, all right. Now let's move towards class B. Now class B, whatever the average will be of class B, can I say that the average of class B will definitely be greater than the average of class B will definitely be greater than the scores of all these four students who are shifted from class A. Yes or no? I'll repeat. The average score of class B originally is definitely more than the scores of all the four students who are shifted from class A. Yes, because the scores of students of class A were between 17 and 21, and the scores of class B are between 22 and 30. So the average of class B will be between 22 and 30, and the scores of these four students are in this range. So the students who are added in this class, their score is less than the original average. So if the scores are less than the original average and these students are entering this class, what effect they will create? Zainab, you are absolutely correct. They will reduce the average. Okay, they will reduce the average. So I can say that definitely the average of class B will decrease, and that is the first statement. The average score of B will definitely decrease. Okay, right? Yes, Ankush, yes, you can say that. So Ankush, we will be taking on data sufficiency. So like this is similar, but like again there is lots of difference between data sufficiency and this type of question. Okay. Yes, I'm repeating the first statement. Wait, all of you. So, about the first statement, now the average of class B, the original average of class B will be between 22 and 30. And the students who are coming, these four students who are coming from class A, their age is between 17 and 21. So I can say that these four students, their score. I'm sorry, I'm again saying age. So age score बात एक ही है, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. So these four students who are coming in class B, their score is definitely less than the average score of class B. Okay, I've already explained that if this will happen, anyone enters with a lesser score, then the average will decrease. So in this case, the average of class B will definitely decrease. And hence option A is correct. Okay. Let's move on and look at the next question. Consider the following addition problem. 3p, 4p, pp and pp is equal to rq2, where p, q and r are different digits. What is the arithmetic mean of all such possible sums? Shalja, this is what I explained, that it cannot increase. Okay, since the score of all the four students is less than the original average, they will further reduce the average. Shiv, why not option 2? Because second statement was incorrect. Second statement was incorrect. Okay, so only one only is correct. Now, in this question, you will have to find out all the possible values of P. This is a simple addition problem. Now, these are four numbers, four two-digit numbers, such that their sum is RQ2. P, Q, and R are different digits. Okay? So you will have to find out the value of P, Q, and R. Let's have a look at this. Okay? Now, if I'll write the numbers one below the other and add them simply the way we used to add the numbers when we were kids. So P plus P plus P plus P should result in a number which is ending with 2. Okay. So P plus P plus P plus P, what can be the value of P such that when P is added 4 times, the result comes out to be a number that is ending with 2. So if I'll put P as 3, so P plus P plus P plus P, that is 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, will give me a 2. So one of the possible values of P can be 3. Okay, I will substitute. So if P is equal to 3, if P is equal to 3, then these numbers will be 33, 43, 33, and 33. Okay. So adding these, what will I get? 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 12. 1 carry forward, 8 and 6, 14. So from here I can say that P is equal to 3, Q is equal to 4, and R is equal to 1. Okay. Now, some of you are saying that yes, there can be another possible value. So 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, right? 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 will give me 32. So the value of P can be 8 as well. Okay. So P ka value 8 put kar do. So 38 plus 48 plus 88 and 88. Okay. The result 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 is 2, 3 carry forward, 10, 26. Sum kitna aa raha hai? What is the sum coming out to be? 262. Okay, so here P is 8, Q is 6, and R is 2. Okay, all right. So in the first case, you will have to find out yourself that which number when added 4 times will result in a 2. Okay, so 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 12. 12 is ending with 2. So Pallavi just doing a little hidden trial here. Okay, so P plus P plus P plus P, 4 times P, okay, should result in a number which is ending with 2. This is what we have done, right? Now, question is, what is the arithmetic mean of all such possible sums? So, which sum? This sum and this sum. Calculate arithmetic mean. So, 142 plus 262 divided by 2, the average of these two numbers. So this is 300, 404, 404 divided by 2, that is 202 is the correct answer of this question. Okay. Now next question. Now this is a very good question and it will clear a lot of concepts of yours. Akshay, please careful, huh? RQ2, 262. So just compare them. Okay, compare them. Yes, P, Q, and R are different. So P is 8, Q is 6, and R is 2. Okay. Now, similarly here, 142, compare RQ2, 142. So R is 1 and Q is 4. All right. Great. Now, consider the following data. The average marks in English of girls in a class is 9, boys is 8, and the overall average is 8.8. Similarly, if the average marks in Hindi of girls is 8 and boys is 7, so what will be the overall average marks of the entire class in Hindi? Okay, so a lot of you have already given an answer. Let's discuss what is the right method of finding this. Okay. Now let's say the number of girls in this class is G and the number of boys is B. All of you. I'm assuming that the number of girls is G. Wait, not G and B. Let's say number of girls is X and number of boys is Y. So what will be the total number of students in this class? What will be the total number of students in the class in terms of X and Y? If number of girls is X, number of boys is Y, so total number of students in the class will be X plus Y. Okay? Right? Now, the average marks in English for girls is 9. So the sum of the marks for girls will be 9x. Similarly, sum of the marks for boys will be 8y. Okay? So the total marks should be 9x plus 8y for girls and boys. Now, if I'll consider the entire class together, so entire class has x plus y students and the average is 8.8. So I can say that the sum for the entire class will be average multiplied by the number of students, which is x plus y. Okay. Now here on the left hand side, यहाँ पे I have calculated the marks of girls separately and the marks of boys separately. I have added them to get the overall marks. Here I have calculated the overall marks of the entire class. So overall marks in English should be same using both the methods. Now from here, you can calculate the relation between x and y. So if you'll open the brackets, 9x plus 8y is equal to 8.8x plus 8.8y. Now take all the values of x on one side and y on the other. So 9x minus 8.8, that means 0.2x, is equal to 8.8y minus 8y, that is 0.8y. So x upon y will be equal to 0.8 upon 0.2, that is 4 upon 1. So x and y, what are x and y? X is number of girls, y is number of boys. So the ratio of number of girls and number of boys in this class is 4 is to 1. Okay. So using the average marks in English, using this data, I'm able to calculate the ratio of the number of girls and boys. Okay. Now here I can also write it as x is equal to 4y. Okay. I have cross multiplied. X is equal to 4y. This can also be written here. Done. So this is using the average marks in English. That's it. Now, next data is average marks in Hindi. Uh, यहाँ पे x है, इस x को हटा देते हैं, ठीक है, बिकॉज आई हैव ऑलरेडी यूज्ड द वेरिएबल x, इसको मैं k लिख देता हूं यहाँ पे, ठीक है. सो ओवरऑल एवरेज मार्क्स आई एम अज्यूमिंग एज k. सो विल हैव टू फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ k, ठीक है, बिकॉज आई हैव ऑलरेडी यूज्ड x एज वन ऑफ द वेरिएबल्स. सो आई एम जस्ट चेंजिंग दिस. Okay, so we'll have to find out the value of k. So overall average marks of the entire class, how will I calculate? So it will be the sum of the marks divided by the total number of students. Now in Hindi, the marks of girls is 8x and marks of boys is 7y. So this is the total marks of the entire class in Hindi, right? If I divide it by the number of students, which is x plus y, this will give me the average of entire class in Hindi. So that will be the value of k. Okay, are you able to understand this? 8x is the marks of girls in Hindi, 7y is the marks of boys in Hindi. Adding these two will get you the total score of the entire class in Hindi, girls plus boys. If I divide it by the total number of students, that will give you the average of the entire class in Hindi. Now I have to just simplify this. I can put the value of x as 4y. Pooja, you are asking why for English I have multiplied and why for Hindi I have divided. This is your question. If you are confused, I'll do the same thing for Hindi as well. Okay, so I'll do the same thing for Hindi. So 8x plus 7y is equal to 8.8 was given earlier, right? Now here k is given, k multiplied by x plus y. Okay, so Pooja, once again the value of k will be same, 8x plus 7y upon x plus y. Okay, now instead of x you can substitute 4y. So x की जगह 4y substitute कर दो. So if x is equal to 4y, so here it will be 8 into 4y, that is 32y plus 7y divided by 4y plus y. So that is 39y upon 5y, and that is equal to 7.8. So 7.8 will be the correct answer of this question. Okay. Yes, Ankush, it can be done. You can assume the number of students as 4 and 1. So Ankush, Gunjan, understand that if I'll start telling you the shortcut methods directly, then you will not be able to understand the logic behind that. Okay? So first of all, understand the basics and then think about the method, the other method, the alternate method or the shortcut. ठीक है? तो पहले basic समझ में आना चाहिए. In absence of basics, like what generally people do is they keep running after these shortcut methods and they don't understand the basics. Now, our examination is such that not a particular method will always be applied. Okay? So, first of all, you must strengthen your fundamentals, strengthen your basics, and then talk about learning the shortcuts. Shortcut can only be learned, shortcut can only be understood if you know the basics. In absence of basics, shortcuts will never work. All right? ठीक है. Now let's move on and look at the next question. Question number 6. Roshan and Sharmila, whenever the time will come, whenever appropriate time will come, I'll definitely tell you the shortcuts. Okay? So for that, you will have to wait for some time. Question number 6 on your screen. All right, good. Okay, let's discuss. Now, there is one teacher and three students. The age of teacher I'm assuming as X. Since all the three students are of same age, the age of each student is assumed as Y. Okay. So the sum of the ages of teacher and three students, sum of the ages of teacher and three students will be X plus 3Y. The average is given as 20. So what will be the sum of the ages? If the average is given as 20, the sum of the ages will be 20 multiplied by the number of people. Number of people is 4. So 20 multiplied by 4 is 80. So the first equation x plus 3y is equal to 80. Also, the difference between the age of teacher and each student is 20. So teacher and student, the difference between the age is 20. Okay. So you are given these two equations. You can simplify these two equations, get the values of x and y, and find out the answer. Okay. So I'll simplify these two equations. So first equation, second equation. First equation, Kumari, 80, 20 was the average, and there are 4 people. So 20 multiplied by 4. Okay. So I'll simplify equation number 1 minus equation number 2. X will get cancelled. 3y minus minus y, that will give me 4y, is equal to 80 minus 20, that is 60. So the value of y will be 15. Okay, 60 upon 4 is 15. The value of y is 15. Put the value of y in any of the above equations. So x minus y is 20. This is given. X minus 15 is 20. So the value of x will be 20 plus 15, that is 35. So 35 will be the correct answer of this question. Done? So option C, yes, it is the correct answer. Great. Now moving ahead. Now, Pooja, last step, when I've got the value of y as 15, substitute the value of y here. Okay? Substitute the value of y here. All right? And if y is 15, 15 will go on the other side. 25 plus 15 is equal to 35. Yes, Pooja, there is another Pooja here. So don't worry. So this last step was asked by the other Pooja, not you. Okay, chaliye. Now let's move on to our next topic, mixtures and allegations, in which you will get to know the shortcuts. So one of the questions where we calculated the number of girls, number of boys, the average in English, the average in Hindi, you will get to know the shortcut for that question in this chapter. Okay, so I'll explain you things and then I will take you back to that question and will show you how to apply a shortcut. Okay, now we all understand averages, we have seen that. Now, a lot of question on averages can be solved by using the method of average or the method of allegations. So this word allegations is not a topic, but it's a shortcut way of finding a particular thing, right? Now I'll give you an example for this. Now the question is, a person bought X kgs of sugar at a price of rupees 40 per kg. Okay, X kgs of sugar at a price of rupees 40 per kg. Then he buys Y kgs of sugar at a price of rupees 80 per kg. Okay, after mixing these two, so he came back home and he mixed both these mixtures. After mixing them, he sold the mixture at a price of, or after mixing this, the average price, he is not selling. After mixing, the average price of the mixture became rupees 60 per kg. Okay, I'll repeat the question. So X kgs of rupees 40 per kg sugar is mixed with Y kgs of rupees 80 per kg mixture. After mixing them, the average price of the mixture came out to be, I'm changing this value, rupees 60 की जगह मैं change कर रहा हूं. The average price became rupees 50 per kg. I have changed the value. So the mixture's average price is now rupees 50 per kg. Okay, just compare it with the question. There were some girls whose average in English was given, boys' average in English was given, and for the combined class, the average in English was given. So, average in English was given for girls, boys separately, as well as for the entire class. And what we did in that question, we calculated the average, we calculated the ratio of number of girls and number of boys, right? Can you relate this particular thing with that question? Yes or no? Right? So let's solve it in the similar manner the way we have done it earlier. जैसे हमने पहले किया था वैसे ही सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करते हैं. Now, X kgs of sugar is bought at rupees 40 per kg. So here the money spent, the sum of money spent is 40x. Then for the second lot of sugar, I have spent 80y. So this is the total money that I have spent. Now total quantity of sugar is x plus y kgs. Okay. Now for this x plus y kgs, now the average price is 50. So 50 times x plus y. And I can equate them. Done. Now upon solving this, I'll get 40x plus 80y is equal to 50x plus 50y. So I'll get 10x is equal to 30y and x upon y is equal to 3 upon 1. Right? Am I clear? So Soumya, the ratio is 3 is to 1. Are you all able to understand up till this point? Yes or no? The ratio is 3 is to 1 here. ठीक है? समझ में आ रहा है? Good. Now I have applied the same method that I've used earlier. Now let's have a look at the shortcut. Now this ratio can easily be obtained in a single step in this manner. So write these two numbers 40 and 80 like this. Okay, 40 and 80, the original values. And the net average in between them like this. Okay, so originally he bought sugar at a price of rupees 40 per kg and rupees 80 per kg respectively. After mixing, the resultant's average price became rupees 50 per kg. Done. Now apply lines like this 40 and 50. 40 and 50, write the difference between these two numbers at this place. So what is the difference between these two numbers? Absolutely. The difference between these two numbers is 10. Write it here. Okay. Next, the difference between these two numbers, write it here. What is the difference? The difference is 30. Okay. Now calculate the ratio of these two numbers. What is the ratio? 3 is to 1, and that is the same ratio which we calculated earlier. So this was x kgs, this was y kgs. So the ratio of x and y is this value that we have got, 3 is to 1. Now I'll take you back to the previous question and let's see if we can apply the same thing in that question. So for the marks in English, for the marks in English, girls score is 9 and boys score, wait, I will write it on the next page so that you will not have any problem. So girls ka score kitna tha? 9 and score of boys was 8 and their average score was 8.8. I'll apply the line here. What is the difference between these two numbers? 0.2. What is the difference between these two numbers? 0.8. Calculate the ratio. What is the ratio here? 0.8 is to 0.2. The ratio is 4 is to 1. And this is the ratio of girls and boys. All right. So girls and boys का ratio यही आया था. Yes, exactly the same. 4 is to 1 was the ratio of girls and boys. All right. So people, don't be impatient at any point in time. I will tell you whenever the things will be having the right time. Okay. So first of all, the basics are important and the shortcuts will definitely come in place. So this is called the method of allegations and this is used to calculate this particular ratio every time. Okay. Now let's have a look at a few questions like this. Good. So one of the quantity qualities of rice is costing 7.20. Another is costing 9.40. After mixing them, the resultant is 8.50. Okay. So calculating the ratio, this difference is 0.9 and this difference is 1.3. Okay. So 0.9 is to 1.3. The answer will be 9 is to 13. So 9 is to 13. Option B, which is correctly given by plenty of you, is the correct answer. Okay. Calculate the difference and the ratio carefully. That's it. Okay. All right. Now a small variation in this type of question. Jagmandu, 0.9 upon 1.3. Now multiply both of them by the same number to remove the decimal. So you will get 9 by 13. Okay. Now this is a slightly different case. This is, all of you listen, slightly different case because here the logic of profit and loss is used. Okay. Now just look at the last line. The selling price is 4.8 and the profit is 20%. Now, though we have not covered this concept, profit and loss, we'll be covering it tomorrow, the concept of profit loss discount. But still, I'll give you an idea how to calculate the cost price here. So, selling price is given, profit is given, and we need to calculate the cost price. Okay? No, 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 Ria, wait. So let's assume that the cost price is X, right? Now, in case of the questions of profit and loss, Ria, listen, in case of the questions of profit or loss is always calculated on cost price, not on selling price. So, Ria, what you have done is you have calculated profit on selling price, but we must calculate profit on the cost price. Okay, so profit will be 20 percentage of X. Profit is 20 percentage of the cost price. Okay. Now, profit when added to the cost price will give me the selling price. So, profit plus cost price is equal to the selling price, right? So, X plus 20% of X is equal to 4.8. So x plus 0.2x is equal to 4.8. 1.2x is equal to 4.8. So the value of x comes out to be 4. Okay. So the cost price will be equal to 4. So now I have converted this question to the previous one. Okay. Now question is, how much quantity of potatoes costing rupees 10 per kg? So let's say X kgs of potato costing rupees 10 per kg be mixed with 120 kg of another type of potato costing 2.85 per kg, so that the resultant cost is equal to 4. मैंने cost में convert कर दिया है, so now I can apply this, right? So now applying allegations, the difference between 4 and 2.85 is 1.15, and here the difference is 6. So the ratio of these two numbers, x upon 120, is equal to 1.15 upon 6. Doing cross multiplication, you can now calculate the value of x. ठीक है, x का value आ जाएगा, so it will be 1.15 multiplied by 20. 6 and 120 will get cancelled, so 20 बच जाएगा. So 1123. The value of x comes out to be 23, and option D is the correct answer of this question. Okay. Now, don't worry, we will solve one more question of this type. Do not worry at all. Yes. So, Pooja, I'll explain it again, right? So, in the first part, wait, I'll take it from the beginning. In the first part, using selling price and using selling price and profit percentage, I have calculated the cost price. Okay? The question was, the mixture is being sold at 4.8. Mixture को 4.8 पे sell कर रहे हैं. But I don't want the selling price, I want the cost price. ठीक है? So using the first part, I've calculated the cost price of this, right? So the cost price came out to be 4. Now tomorrow in detail, I'll be explaining you the relation between the cost price, selling price, profit, loss, discount, and so on and so forth. Okay. So cost price came out to be 4. Now look at this. X kgs of rupees 10 per kg rice. How much quantity of potatoes costing rupees 10 per kg? So 10 per kg, sorry, X kgs of rupees 10 per kg is mixed with 120 kgs of 2.85 rupees per kg. Okay, so that the resultant came out to be 4. Now I'm applying allegations here. The difference between these two is 1.15. The difference between these two is 6. So the ratio of x and 120 is equal to the ratio between 1.15 and 6. This is what I have done. Do cross multiplication and you will get the value of x as 23. All right. Great. Now let's move on and look at the last question. Question number 3. So one more question of this type. After this, we will stop for the day and we'll continue tomorrow with the concept of profit loss, discount, percentages, simple interest, compound interest, and so on and so forth. Now, tomorrow's class is going to be like a very important class as far as the concepts is concerned. All right, Ketan, Asna, 2 answers already. Now, just be very careful in calculating the cost price. Okay, that is the most important part here. Okay. I'll assume cost price as X, profit is 25% of X. So selling price will be X plus 25% of X. Now 25% of X can be written as X by 4. So X plus X by 4 is 5X by 4. Now this value is given as 22.5. Now simplify this and get the value of X. So can you all please help me with the value of X? यहाँ पे जल्दी से. Good, very good. अंकुश divided by 5 भी करना है. अंकुश divided by 5. So 90 divided by 5 is 18. So the value of X will be equal to 18. Ankush, 18, not 16, but 18. No problem. So yeah, it happens. So we have got the resultant value of 18. Okay? So how much quantity of sugar? Let's say X kgs of sugar costing rupees 20 is mixed with 20 kgs of sugar costing rupees 15, so that the resultant value comes out to be 18. Okay? Applying allegations, this difference is 3 and this difference is 2. So x upon 20 is equal to 3 upon 2. The value of x will be 60 upon 2, that is 30. Okay, so 30 will be the correct answer of this question, right? Now, Muni, CP value. So CP is equal to X. I have assumed profit is 25%. Profit is calculated on cost price. So that is why I have written profit as 25% of X. Okay? So selling price क्या होता है? Cost price plus profit. Okay? So cost price plus profit is selling price. Okay? So adding this, I've got the selling price as X plus X by 4, which is 5X by 4. Roshan, how? Like you have written how. Now, how X is equal to 20? I'm not saying X is equal to 20, X is equal to 30. Do the cross multiplication, you will get to understand that. Okay? Now, Muni, continuing, X plus X by 4, X plus X by 4 is 5X by 4, and that is given as 22.5. Okay, so here the cost price upon simplifying is equal to 18. So cost price is equal to 18. This is the first part. Okay, now question is how much quantity of sugar costing rupees 20 per kg. Okay, so wait, x की जगह मैं यहाँ पे k पुट कर देता हूं. So let's say k kgs of sugar costing rupees 20 is mixed with 20 kgs of sugar costing rupees 15, so that the resultant is 18, which I have calculated up there. Now apply allegations and get the value of k. Okay, so the answer will be 30. All right, Roshan? Perfect. So Roshan, that 20 here was given in the question. Okay. All right, friends. So friends, we shall stop here. Gunjan, 25%, 25 upon 100. This is how we write. Okay. All right. So now, friends, we will stop here for the day, and about profit and loss percentages and so on so forth, we will talk about it tomorrow. Okay. So we will continue tomorrow. We'll continue tomorrow with the concepts of percentages, profit and loss, and discount. All right. So tomorrow at 5 o'clock, we'll see you again. We'll see you tomorrow. Yes, yes, the class is over. So we'll see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Have a good day. Bye bye.